Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So today's session is repeat movement. We have needle at C bottom and fan through the back today. Watch one time just for review, then we'll break it down. So we start at brush knee. We're going to shift forward, step in, pulling back, touch with the toes, hinge forward, needle at C bottom. Coming up, left palm touches, step wide enough, and then fan through the back. Let's do it. So brush knee starts in a bow stance. Left foot forward. Needle at C bottom. We're going to shift forward and we're going to step closer and touch toe, ball, heel. Now you're going to push back and lift up your toes. Then you're going to change to the ball of your foot. You're going to hinge from your hips to sink down. And then we would come back up for fan through the back. Now check. Do you have one line between your feet? This can be a little bit of a challenge with the transition. So when we start in our bow stance, we have two lines between our feet. We want to make sure that when we shift forward and we step in, we're stepping forward and to the side a little bit. So that when we move back and we change, that we have that one line with our feet on either side. Let's do it again. From brush knee, shift forward, step in, toe, ball, heel. Push back, lift up the toes, change to the ball, the torso is straight, and we're going to hinge forward, sinking down. Make sure when you sink down, knee still stays in line with the toe direction. Don't let your knee come in. As you sink down, keep that knee in alignment. Okay? Pretty simple, right? Let's do the arms. So we have our brush knee position. As we shift forward, we're going to reach out. Almost like we're going to shake someone's hand, and the fingers are going to point down. Our left palm's going to turn. As we move back, we're going to keep our elbow down, and we're going to pull that right arm back. It's going to end up temple height with space between. So we end up dropping that elbow down. Okay? You're going to pull up and relax the elbow down. Now, knowing the meaning might help. We have a little bit of a different hand shape here. This is if someone grabs you. So they grab your wrist, you're going to slide out. The meaning is sliding out, okay? So we're going to have a little bit more of a closed hand position than our normal gaps between our fingers. So we're going to let that person pull us, and then we're going to use our waist turning, and we can use that left palm pushing out to break that grab. Okay, that's the meaning. So if we go from the normal direction, we're going to reach out. We're letting someone pull us. Then we're going to come back and break that grab. Now, if that didn't work, we can then sink down, making a nice little arc with that palm. And we end here for needle at C bottom. So the meaning there is not quite as clear, because if we were going to use the second half of that movement, we would actually take our hand over our opponent's forearm and we would break the grab by the weight of our body going down. This is a fun little chin-a or joint lock exercise. Okay, let's put it together. From brush knee. Give yourself a great starting position. Okay, We're going to move forward. We're going to start turning that left palm, reach out with the right, and step in. Drop your elbow. You're going to pull back as you lift the toes. So we tried to break that grab by turning the waist and kind of closing that palm a little bit. That didn't work, so we touch with the toes. Gentle arc forward, hinging from the hips. Don't have to go very far. Okay. Let's do it again. Brush knee. Needle at C-bottom. Reach out and step in. Toe, ball, heel. That's going to get your foot to the corner. Imagine breaking a grab as you lift your toes and you shift your weight back. Then touch with the ball of your foot. Hinge forward and turn from your waist. Needle at the C-bottom. Not too bad, right? Into fan through the back. We're starting in an empty stance and now we're going to go into a bow stance. Just the footwork. We sink down. We're going to come back up and we are just going to step wide enough. And then it's the single whip vertical torso. So as we move forward, turn and open to the side, vertical torso. Remember, there's 3 movements in the long form that we have a vertical torso. Ward off left, single whip, and fan through the back. Otherwise, we have a lean. But this is the one where we have a vertical torso. Again, from needle at C-bottom, we sink down. We're going to come up, a little bit of turning so that we can step easily. Then turn and open to the side, torso's vertical. Check your footwork. Do you have 2 lines between your feet? You stepped wide enough? Okay, that is one of the easiest transitions for footwork. So let's talk about the arms. When we're in needle at C-bottom, we're down here, okay? As we're coming up, we're gonna rotate that right arm and we're gonna bring the left palm to the wrist. The big thing I wanna see is your right arm is extended out. We don't wanna bring it back here. We wanna make sure that we keep it out here because then we can make the meaning clear. The meaning is grabbing with our right hand and we're going to pull into a palm strike. So similar position to needle at C-bottom where the hand is at the temple, but this time the palm is facing out, so the elbow is going to go back. Needle at C-bottom, the palm is facing us, so the elbow goes down. Fan through the back, palm facing out. Pulling and striking at the same time. Let's do it. From needle at C-bottom. Keep that right arm out. Imagine you're trapping. So we're touching to show trapping. Then we're going to pull with our right palm and strike with the left. In the final position, if you just bend from your elbow, you should be able to make a hook and it feels exactly like single whip. This is how you know you're in the right position. Let's do it. Footwork, arms together. Just sink down a little bit. Remember, those fingers are a little bit closer on the right palm. Left hand might be by your knee. It's kind of sitting on that table. You're going to come up and you're going to touch. Maybe about shoulder height. You're going to step wider. Then you're pulling and striking at the same time. Check your torso direction, vertical, looking through your left palm. Quick check. Did you just bend your elbow and you got that single whip shape? And now you can come right back? If so, you're doing great. Let's do it. Needle at C-bottom. Fan through the back. Coming up. Touch. Make sure that right arm is extended. Step. Pull and strike go together. Fan through the back. Let's put it together. Brush knee. Needle at C-bottom. We can imagine we're letting someone pull us. Then we're breaking that grab as we shift back. Maybe it didn't work, so then we sink down and we really break that grab. Fan through the back. Touching right wrist. Step. Then pull into your strike. Torso's vertical, head's looking, not just the eyes. Okay, now let's back it up so that we can include a little bit more in our practice. We'll start at single whip after snake creeps down. So we did snake creeps down, we'll go single whip, golden rooster on one leg, repulse monkeys into diagonal flying and all the way through to fan through the back. Great starting position. We can imagine we just closed our right toes. We're going to open up on that left side for golden rooster. Draw your palm back and down as you lift up. Number 1. Number 2. Small step back. Then rotate on that left heel, up and down, go together. Circle your right arm. Left arm's going to reach out and step. Repulse monkey, number 1. Use that elbow and shoulder to rotate the left arm. Torso's to straight as we step back, and then we turn and open. Okay, last one. Rotate. Step and pull and push go together. Circle the arms. Diagonal flying. Step, turn, big arms. Raise hands. Step back, open up, right hand higher than the left, touch with the heel. It's like a clap and miss with the arms. Both arms go down for white crane. Use your elbow and shoulder to close the arms. Step. Then right arm passes on the outside and overhead. Left hand sitting on a table. Brush knee. Drop that right arm. Left arm goes up. 2 circles and we step. Brush knee and push. Needle at C-bottom, reaching out, step in. Pull back, lift the toes, touch with the toes, and then sink down. Coming up, keep that right arm extended, touch the left hand to the right wrist, and step. Pull into your palm strike. Great work. Should be feeling better and better now. All right, until next time. Thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure having you.